What if the living symbol of hope, DC's Superman, suddenly entered the world of the boys? How would Homelander react? And how would Vought handle a hero they couldn't control? Imagine this. Lex Luthor weakens Superman with kryptonite and then throws him into another reality. Superman wakes up and removes the kryptonite, tossing it aside, then looks at his surroundings. At first, he thinks he is on his normal Earth, since everything looks almost the same. But then, as he flies through the city and watches all those ads of the soups from Vought and other corporations, he realizes he is in a world where superheroes are treated like Hollywood actors and use their fame for luxury. Superman doesn't like it, but he decides not to do anything about it, since they are not straight-up criminals or murderers just pretending to be soups. Little does he know what dark reality these soups are really hiding, and that reality is about to come crashing down on him soon. For now though, being the kind hero he is, Superman starts saving lives and stopping disasters. He even manages to stop a few plane crashes, something Homelander never does. Along the way, Superman learns about Homelander and the Seven, and he starts thinking of them as the Justice League of this universe. After all, they have a Black Flash, an alcoholic Wonder Woman, and an egotistical crybaby version of himself, which is Homelander. But Superman is not interested in meeting them, or any other soup for that matter. He can tell they are more celebrity than actual hero, and he knows exactly what sacrifices it takes to wear the cape. He respects almost none of the soups in this world. Meanwhile, it has only been 7 days since Superman landed on this planet, and he has already saved millions of lives and stopped accidents, earthquakes, even tsunamis. These are feats none of the heroes of this world could ever pull off. Vought and the Seven are furious. They think the Russians built a Homelander clone to destroy Vought and the Seven's reputation, because they are supposed to be the greatest superhero team on the planet, with Homelander as the #1 hero on this Earth. Homelander is especially jealous of this new guy. He asks Edgar to do something about him because people have already started calling Superman the #1 hero, and thanks to how similar the two of them look, Homelander suddenly feels like the inferior version. Starlight, on the other hand, actually likes Superman because he is everything she once thought Homelander would be. He is hope. Homelander and Edgar decide to test Superman's strength. They ask the government to declare Superman a Russian spy, or an alien from another world who is here to destroy humanity. That way, they get a reason to attack him and measure his powers at the same time. Because at this point, they have to kill Superman, or they keep losing face, brand deals, and money. Homelander decides to make the first move, but he is hesitant to face Superman alone. So he brings the entire Seven with him to check up on him. Unknown to them, Superman is working as a cameraman at a news station to hide his Superman identity. This actually lets him learn about the various murders, accidents, and even genocides some soups are accused of, and he realizes the reality might be way darker than he first anticipated. Most of these soups deserve to be dead or behind bars, but thanks to corporations like Vought, they keep getting away with it. Later that night, Superman goes on a night patrol and starts saving people and stopping accidents. That is when A-Train comes chasing after him. Even at his full speed, A-Train cannot match Superman, because A-Train at his max is faster than sound, while Superman can keep pace with the Flash, who is faster than light at base. But during this chase, Superman suddenly lands right in front of the Seven, because A-Train's real mission is never to catch him. It is to lead him straight into the Seven. Superman kind of sees this coming and just plays along, since he wants to see what the Justice League of this universe is really made of. Homelander, being the leader and the strongest, confronts Superman and first offers him a spot on the Seven as vice captain. But Superman refuses to work under any corporation, or under someone like Homelander, who is more of a celebrity than a hero. Homelander gets a little unnerved, because when he looks at Superman, the man's heartbeat is completely normal. He is not scared of the Seven at all. But Superman can hear Homelander's heartbeat too, and he realizes Homelander is the one who is actually afraid. So he asks Homelander straight up whether he has ever killed anyone innocent. Homelander's heart starts racing, which confirms Superman's suspicion. Now he is furious. He grabs Homelander by the neck, but Homelander flies up and slams him back. Superman still refuses to let go, and he keeps asking more questions. How many innocent people has he killed? Are all the soups in this world like this? Stormfront gets angry at Superman for grabbing Homelander by the neck and starts hitting him with lightning attacks, but they do negligible damage. Then Starlight uses her flash, blinding Superman Superman for a few seconds and giving Homelander the chance to laser him in the eyes. Maeve rushes in punching, and together they manage to push Superman back and break his grip. Black Noir drops a smoke bomb and the whole team gets out of there. Superman decides to continue his night patrol and deal with the Seven the next time they come for him. The Seven, especially Homelander, are shaken by Superman's strength, and Homelander starts panicking. But Stormfront boosts his ego, telling him there is no way Superman is a normal soup or a human. He has to be a straight-up alien. This is where Stan Edgar steps in with a plan. First, they give Homelander V1, which boosts his strength and even grants him immortality. Then they release Soldier Boy from the Russians, someone who is nearly equal to Homelander in strength and durability and would be a huge help in the fight against Superman. Homelander and Stormfront are shocked to hear that Soldier Boy is still alive, and this gives Homelander the confidence to finally challenge Superman. Vought and the government start preparing the military, along with an army of soups gathered from all over the world, because they have decided to kill Superman once and for all. Starlight, meanwhile, tells the boys about the Seven versus Superman fight and how it went down. They decide to recruit Superman before Vought finds him. Homelander takes the V1 and Stan Edgar frees Soldier Boy, who happens to be adored by Stormfront. Homelander does not like that one bit, so he decides to show off his strength in the upcoming fight to impress her, especially now that he is stronger thanks to the V1. Meanwhile, Stan Edgar and the government trace the CCTV footage back to where Superman first arrived, and they find the kryptonite. It gives off some kind of radiation, and from the footage they figure out that Superman has a weakness to it. They have just found their trump card in this war, and they decide to keep it a secret from the soups and use it only when necessary. Racing to reach him first, Starlight and the boys track down Clark and tell him about their cause and plan to take out bad soups like Homelander. Now, Superman does not kill, but he does not have some rock-solid rule about it like Batman does, and these soups have gone so far past humanity that they are basically monsters. He agrees to help. They head to a deserted forest area and start getting ready for the fight. Starlight also asks Maeve to join her side for the war, and Maeve agrees, because she wants to be a real hero too. Soon enough, Vought tracks down the boys and Superman, all thanks to Starlight being with them, since they can still track her. The military, the Soup Army, and the Seven, including Soldier Boy, all arrive on the scene. This is the strongest version of the Seven ever assembled, with every member present, plus Stormfront and Soldier Boy, two of the strongest soups in history. Homelander is beyond confident in this lineup. He gives a speech straight to the cameras about how he is going to kill the fake version of himself, the one aliens sent to destroy the world. Then, Superman steps out. The military opens fire, but bullets are useless against the Man of Steel. In just a few seconds, Superman destroys every last military weapon. That is when the Soup Army swarms him. At first, he tries his best not to kill them, only to injure and knock them down. But remembering everything the boys revealed to him, and everything he found in his own research, he decides to let go. Just this once. Letting these evil soups live will only get more innocents killed, so he gives one final warning. Every soup who has not committed a crime needs to back off right now. A few of them actually do, but the majority are criminals or dumb, greedy people who only showed up for money and fame. Realizing this, Superman stops holding back. He starts putting them down hard, disabling them by taking out an arm, a leg, or an ear. Stormfront charges up her strongest lightning attack and launches it at Superman while he is busy with the Soup Army, and it lands. Superman gets a little injured, but he immediately flies at Stormfront and punches her so hard she crashes into the ground, right where Kimiko, Starlight, and Maeve start beating her down. Seeing this, Soldier Boy and Homelander both lose it, and the two of them start throwing hands with Superman. Homelander fires his heat vision at Superman's eyes again, but Superman answers with his own heat vision and burns Homelander's eyes instead, knocking him back. Then he grabs Soldier Boy and carries him high up into the sky. Soldier Boy punches and kicks the whole way, but he cannot stop Superman from flying higher. Superman drops him from up there, knowing full well that Soldier Boy cannot fly, and Soldier Boy crashes into the ground, heavily injured. Just as Superman comes down to finish Soldier Boy, Homelander grabs him from behind, and Black Noir and A-Train rush in and blast Superman with the kryptonite. It injures him, and Superman starts to weaken, his powers draining away. Homelander starts laughing like a psycho because he has finally taken down the invincible Superman, the one everyone was calling a better version of himself. He tortures Superman right in front of the cameras. The boys are terrified watching this, but Butcher tells Starlight to hit them with a big flash. Starlight lets out a massive flash that blinds everyone, and in that moment, Butcher rescues Superman, rips the kryptonite out of his body, and runs off with it. As everyone gets their vision back, Homelander sees Butcher escaping with the kryptonite and fires his laser vision at him. But just then, Superman stands back up. He takes the heat vision straight to the chest, and he is absolutely pissed off now. He uses his own laser vision and kills the Deep and Black Noir. A-Train tries to run at full speed, but Superman catches him and breaks his neck. Stormfront comes back to fight him, but Starlight reveals the truth about Stormfront and her dark past to everyone. Hearing that, Superman turns his heat vision on her too, killing her. Homelander watches all of this in pure fear. He cannot believe the absurd strength Superman has, and he finally understands just how much Superman was holding back this entire time. Soldier Boy, seeing Stormfront die like that, completely crashes out and launches his radiation blast at Superman, killing several other people in the process. But Superman takes it head on, then chokes Soldier Boy out and kills him. Homelander decides to run, shooting up into the sky, and Superman chases after him. Homelander ambushes him from behind and grabs him, but Superman just drags Homelander straight back down with him, crashing into the ground and causing a huge earthquake and explosion. Thanks to the V1, Homelander is still alive, but heavily injured, while Superman is fine, only a little worn down from all the fighting and the crash. Homelander begs for mercy. He admits he always thought he was a god, but after seeing Superman, he realizes Superman is the real god. Superman completely rejects that idea. He tells Homelander he is just a superhero, someone who got his powers to protect the weak, not to torment them the way Homelander does. Then Butcher steps in and tells Superman exactly what Homelander did to his wife. Hearing that, Superman stops holding back completely, punching and lasering Homelander until he is barely clinging to life, and Butcher walks in to finish the job with his crowbar. In the aftermath, we watch Stan Edgar and all the top-level Vought employees and investors get arrested. From now on, soups will be regulated by the UN, instead of just one government or one big corporation. Superman gives a speech to the people of this earth on live news, telling them they should never make superheroes their god or their savior. Instead, they should treat them more like a police officer or a firefighter. Just then, Batman comes through a portal to bring Superman home and takes him back to their own reality. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more fire content. Peace out.